What up, everybody? Anthony here. I got Paulie. What's up, Paulie?
What's up, Ant? How are you?
Doing well, man. Doing well.
I feel like it's been a long time.
That's because you're fucking busy, man.
Busy.
You're so busy.
So busy.
Paul just moved. Paul just moved, and he's like moving his world. You know what I mean? And living it too.
Living and moving in the same places, two places. It's weird.
Because you work from home, right? So you like...
It's the only time, I can honestly say that it's the only time where working my day job from home has just been more of a hindrance. Because, you know, when you're like moving from one place to another and you work in an office, you just go, like all your work stuff is at your office. You just go to your office and you can leave it there and then you can come home. Yep. Whereas when you're working in your home, it can be challenging, but we got there.
Yeah. You're always reminded of, oh shit, like where's the spatula or where's the pan?
Dude, literally, do you know what I'm looking to find right now? Today I've been looking for the headphone adapter that changes an 1/8" jack into a 1/4" jack. How fucking annoying is that? It's the smallest thing in the world.
I'm at the point now with stuff like that when you're like, I can't find this one little fucking thing, to just go to the store and buy it.
Just, dude, Best Buy. I'll drive 35 minutes like round trip to Best Buy rather than scratch my own hair out trying to find something. But
that's right.
Yeah, but it's all done. We're kind of nearly there. So you might hear a little bit of echo on the microphone today. I'm in what's going to be a pretty new podcasting space for us, kind of, and we're going to be making use of the visual spectrum soon. So I'm looking forward to that.
Sir.
That'll be fun.
Yes, sir. We got some good ideas down for it. So
I think
it should be cool, man. Today I wanted to chat about because we were texting about it. The Bo Burnham special is one of them, specifically as a reference to what we're talking about today.
Yeah.
So I guess that would be. I'm a huge comedy fan. I think I have my head, in the comedy world more as far as what I'm paying attention to than the music world for sure.
Sure.
We're talking about comedy and music and when they come together, just different forms of it. And obviously we'll talk about our favorite ones, the ones that impressed us most. So, what are like ones that you think of, examples?
I mean, there's a lot of the examples that I would have, would be like any listeners listening in Europe would probably be familiar with, but I know that the minute because you referred me to the latest Bo Burnham special, and for everybody's reference, it's called Inside. So let's just preface this entire conversation by saying, I personally think this is one of the best pieces of musical art that's ever been created.
I'll second that.
Yeah. Not only from a comedy standpoint, because it's comedy, but it's also brilliant music. And it's also brilliant art. It's also entertainment, and it's also, which is the weirdest emotion I felt, moving and terrifying. So it's weird. And when you sit down and you listen to us talking about it, and you're like, how can one special on Netflix kind of inspire all of those different things? And I'll tell you, man, if you watch it, you'll feel all of those things. You'll laugh.
Yeah.
And I literally, like, it emotionally moved me, the whole thing.
Oh man, it messed me up for a few days. I felt because all right. So to jump on to what you said, as far as it being a work of art, a work of art is something that challenges your thinking, society's thinking, possibly shows you a perspective you're not looking in. Yeah. And then now that's just art, musically, melodies, harmonies, and in modern day beats, right? Yeah. And then comedically is what things are people not paying attention to that are ridiculous that I can highlight as just, it's stupid, but let's laugh at these people that do these things. And but all of those things were thrown into one sandwich, man.
Mm-hmm. It was crazy.
And he was very good at, so to like kind of, I guess, describe it,
mm-hmm.
is, it was the pandemic. And this is someone who in his career, pretty much had a comedy career. I mean, I know he put out music, right? But it was mainly based in comedy, and he would tour, and play comedy clubs and perform. And I think he was even doing like theaters at one point.
Yeah.
In the special, he said that he had stopped a few years ago because it was just too much. He actually couldn't handle it, and he needed a break. But that's his career. So I guess in his mind, it was like, I can always go back to it. I still have a fan base, But then this pandemic hit. And what do you do? This is not a guy that was plugged into like the comedy podcast world that would just go send a text, call up the comedy buddies and just go, hey, can I be on your podcast or whatever? You know what I mean? This guy vanished. This guy was in a room. And what he decided to do was buy all of the camera, lighting, recording equipment, software, learn it all, and to create this special from his room. It was a room, and he highlighted that it was a room. I mean, he went. You saw him go through it at a certain point. Like he opens the special grand, like one should, a comedy show and a music performance. In the middle of it, you start to wonder. He's starting to slip things in there, like, oh, that was dark.
Yeah, very. Yeah,
mm-hmm. And then you start to realize, I think, that, oh, this is how he actually feels. And he's really he can't even keep the persona of the performer up anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He has to express himself. And by the end of it, it drained him. I mean, you visually saw what it did to him. He didn't cut his hair. He didn't trim his beard. He didn't exercise. He did there were things. He didn't see sunlight. He was able to highlight all of these things of his decaying body. He was just not healthy. He was not healthy mentally by the end of it. He sacrificed himself for a wonderful piece of art, which, I think that the way that it's advertised as a piece of art, as a piece of media, doesn't even do it justice. The thumbnail that you see for the new Bo Burnham special on Netflix or wherever isn't enough to describe what it is.
I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, if you hadn't turned me on to it, I shamefully admit that I'd never heard of this guy before.
It's okay.
And
that's why life is awesome, though, right?
Yeah, it's great because now I'm like going to go back and watch all this other stuff and research more about it. I kind of, when I watched the special, I think I watched the special and then the next morning I started moving. So I kind of went, boom, whacked me over the head and then kind of went, boom, there it goes again. But it's basically, I don't know how much of the isolation is as severe as it appeared on the screen. It kind of felt like there's a door right there he could leave. And I mean, obviously he was getting food and stuff like that.
Sure.
So there's a bit of a nod and a wink there, I think. But the personal isolation, even if it's not physical isolation, is, so basically this guy, as Anthony said, created a special, his next special, he directed it, produced it, the whole thing. He shot the entire thing himself. He bought all these lights, which are used very, very cleverly, cameras. He recorded the entire thing himself in his own kind of studio apartment or whatever in Los Angeles or wherever it is. And you can, like you said, you can physically see him aging and the year going on. and his beard. I mean, it's not chronological because you can see that his beard is longer in some parts and his hair is longer, whatever.
Sure.
But like that, and that's the amazing thing about it is that, I mean, we're going to get to the music and the comedy in a minute, but like the art for me is in the music and comedy to some extent, but it's the twist. It's there, like you said. I mean, you worded it perfectly. There's a point in the special where it's about halfway through and you realize that this person is not okay. This person is definitely not okay. It's not doing fine, you know? And it was really, really moving, but you know, so like, let's stick a pin in the mental health thing for a minute. The music. I had never heard Bo Burnham's music before. Never, ever, ever. And I can honestly say, just from his melodies are incredible.
Yeah.
He's a very melodic writer, very creative. His melodies are very poppy and almost kind of like 80s pop type of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Would be kind of new wave, a lot of it, because he's a keyboard guy.
Yep.
You know, there's kind of two very different. There's guys, right? You got like or Boy Rich. He's a keyboard guy. Boom, boom, boom. Piano, keyboards, all that stuff. And then you got guitar guys. Bo Burnham's a keyboard guy. He does a lot of his production via keyboard and chords. He finds chords that way. And the amazing thing is, it's almost like, and this was the weird thing for me. It was almost like it was turning itself inside out, because not only is it a special, a comedy special, a musical special, a mental health awareness special, it was also a documentary, which I didn't even, I was only like days after when I was thinking about it. It was like, it was documenting its own self while it was going on, which is crazy. And it was like spectacular, but the music is great. My personal favorite was White Girl's Instagram, or White Woman's Instagram, which is just,
dude, he's a good actor too. That was the other thing.
Yeah.
Like, he's in character. His physical acting ability, it was amazing.
Brilliant. He actually reminded me a little bit when I was watching it of Martin Short.
Really?
Yeah, it was reminiscent of like Martin Short, who's a brilliant actor.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Like a brilliant actor, an amazing comedian, but a brilliant actor as well. And when I was watching it, I was like going, this guy is like a new, like our generation's Martin Short, which is pretty cool. But I'm struggling to remember the other song names, but that one, White Woman's Instagram page or whatever it's called, was absolutely phenomenal. Just really clever, and he used all of these like fucking emojis to describe what he was feeling, and he would be like mocking up like a you know, late 20s white woman in autumn with her like Ugg boots and pumpkin spice everything. It's like really smart.
It was,
you know?
so funny. And you know, you look, I mean, I don't know how much you think about. I think about content creation constantly, and what it takes to make something, and the creativity in the shots just for that song alone. Yeah, the props, the lighting, the clothing. I mean, all of it was. Look, man. Like, for me to set up a camera and a light, hook the mics up, press record, is a lot. Right? This guy probably started shooting something, maybe, and was like, you know what? I can't do this until I get that, you know, and whatever the prop was. And it did help. It definitely did help the narrative, I guess you want to call it, and the song. It's got to give the guy props, man. Got to give the guy credit.
It's like, just thinking about it now, it gives me chills, because even that is art in itself. Oh, I've got this great idea. I'm gonna like be a white woman on Instagram, but I need to like order all these things from Amazon. So part of the art, if you will, is the waiting for the props to arrive, because that's difficult. That's really hard. You know what's really hard, Anthony? And you'll know this as a creator yourself. It's really hard to have a great idea and then just have to sit for 2 or 3 days and not do it. And wait for something to come like that in itself, knowing that because you can't help but think to yourself, well, he obviously wrote all this and then had to get all this stuff to do it. He didn't have, what he needed at hand. I mean, it's crazy.
Towards the end of the special, he starts talking about it's been a year.
Yeah.
And I've been working on this for a year. I'm still not done or something.
Mm-hmm.
And man, you just when you think about stuff like that, he might have recorded and filmed something and they just had a better, just like, this could be better. This could be better. And then having to go back and figure out the lighting again. I'm sure that happened. I'm sure that happened to him. And then organization of files. How do you know what video clips match up with what audio clip, figuring all of that out. There's so much to figure out. The fact that it got to Netflix is crazy to me. Is absolutely fucking, and it's historic.
I think we're going to look back on this in 10 years time and 20 years time. I think there's going to be movies made about this. I think there's going to be documentaries made about this special. I think there's going to be movies made about this special. Because I think and I don't know if it's something that's been watched by a lot of people. It's still kind of sorta not known,
Yeah, I've had and look, I'll like you kind of, judged yourself earlier. I can judge myself too, because even harder, because I was told about this from multiple people and repeatedly told. Did you watch it yet? For like weeks or even maybe months, maybe like 2-3 months, something like that.
Yeah.
Until I finally watched it. And there's nothing you could say to somebody though to really truly describe it other than how we're building it up. But even that doesn't even sometimes work, right? People go like, it can't be that, because you can't imagine what it is.
Yeah. We're falling short. It's like imagine if, I mean, I don't want to overstate it here, and I might be slightly, but imagine you had never heard Bohemian Rhapsody or, if you had never seen Apocalypse Now and somebody was describing it to you and then you went and watched it, like, just, if you're listening, go and watch it and just give yourself the time to watch it. Don't be on your phone. Don't watch it while you're working. You got to just sit down and watch it and just be engrossed by it. And it was very, very moving, very, very clever. Like, just the amount of time it must have taken. I don't remember the name of the tune, but he does a song in it, and it's kind of like a one shot, a one take performance video, and he's holding a light. He's in these like tidy whitey underpants. It's really like quite comical, but just the brilliance of it. He's holding this light behind him, and then when he brings it out, it like lights up the entire scene.
Yep.
And then he's got like another light on a disco ball, and he hits a button, and the whole room is kind of like, just the amount. I mean, when I was watching, I was in real time thinking, he must have spent days rehearsing that, and how many takes it took to get it right in the sequence that it needed to be done in.
It's true, man. There was like an artist kind of turns a mirror on society. So a couple of the things that he did that I thought, and there was one of them that I was alone. I was alone in the room that I was in, and in the house that I was in, because I would have woken people up. I was laughing so fucking hard.
Yeah.
When he was doing the video game thing. Do you remember when he was doing the video game?
He was commenting on himself? Was that?
Yeah, this was the one where, okay, so if anybody knows like what the gaming world is, there are pro gamers. They go on Twitch and YouTube and they stream while they play their video game. Their little faces are in the corner of the screen while you see what they see on the video game. Yeah. So what he did was he made fun of that in the best way, because he was the video game. He was the character, right? And then he was also in the corner, like one of those what's up, guys? So thanks for checking out the stream. And he was doing stuff like, so this is a new game. I don't know. It's called something like, and he starts like moving the controller. He's like, wait, what does this button do? And then do you remember it was he was playing the character too, and he was going like, and he's crying. Do you remember that shit?
I don't remember that one.
And then he's like, thanks, Juicy Lucy, for the $20. Like he's doing the whole game.
Oh, yes.
Do you remember that?
I remember. Oh, yeah, well, he's like doing a stand-up. Cry.
Yes.
Cry yeah, go to the door. Whatever that. Yes,
dude, I was so fucking funny. Losing it, dude. Yeah. Because that's what that's what it's like to watch those motherfuckers, those pro gamers.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
The whole thing is ridiculous. It's
so
like
he made fun of it. Mm-hmm. And then he would make fun of the sorry, I cut you off there. Go ahead.
No, the bit I was talking about is when he was doing his commentary on his own song.
That's right.
Like, oh yeah, when I wrote
it was the
song,
reaction video, right?
The reaction video, yeah. And then I'm like trying to describe this now. He does a reaction video to his reaction video.
Well, yeah, because then he
keeps doing it, right?
It keeps going, right?
Yeah.
It just keeps going. Oh my god, it's
and he's
fucking
like,
brilliant.
It's so funny, and it's just really well done, really well thought out. It must have taken forever to do it, and you can't understate either. Beautifully shot for somebody that's not. I mean,
for real,
incredible.
Yeah. The quality
production
couldn't be better.
Incredible! It was really good.
It exceeded my expectation for a dude by himself in a room, you know. And you know what, man? You think about that position to take as that type of comedy.
Yeah.
You know, he has to have a position of misdirection, of wanting to reel you in and then fool you, make fun of the people that the song's about and that the joke is about, like play like he's taking it serious. That psychologically must take a toll on you, because essentially your position is everything is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So then what isn't ridiculous and what is actually legit and what makes you actually feel good about the world and dark? It makes sense why by the end of it
it was dystopian, I would say, would be the overriding kind of description for the entire piece. But also, I mean, and the great thing about great art is it's of its time, and it could not have been more of its time. I mean, every single person in the world was going through this same thing. I mean, that was the crazy thing about the whole 2020 pandemic thing is, usually when you have something happening to you or in your town, or when we had Hurricane Sandy here in Jersey or whatever, it's like, it's being like a lot of people, you could see like, oh wow, Bruce Springsteen's house got damaged. That's crazy.
Yep.
It's crazy to think that during the pandemic, like I was looking at like videos of, Lionel Messi, who's in Argentina with his family, and he's in lockdown. You're like going, wow, everybody's locked down. But what Bo Burnham created was a kind of ultimate seminal reaction of an artist who, number one, has no access to his audience.
Yeah.
And can only communicate what he's feeling through this, through a camera, through some lights, through music, but who was also like on the verge of worrying trauma, mental trauma.
Oh yeah.
Like
and he showed it.
He genuinely and authentically showed his fragility. And I don't want to talk too much about that, simply because what I would like to do is maybe come back in 2 months when we know that all of our friends have watched this and then talk about it, because I'd love to get a kind of sense of, I'd love to hear what people think about that, I
texted Kat and Rich. They both were like blown away by it too.
Yeah.
And they've liked him for a couple, as long as they've known him. So,
right.
Yeah. And look, man, I think I want to highlight what you said, which is you don't have an access to your audience, but that's in the means of like, I guess for a guy like that, he likes, I don't know, performing. Maybe I guess. I guess that's the closest access to, So, and then he took years off, and in those years, the media's changed. The way audience interact with their whoever they like as fans, changed. So it was like he wanted to communicate something very real, but he knew he had to do it in the Bo Burnham way, in a comedic way, and he had to do it through these new ways of reaching your audience.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how much he liked it, like having to do that meeting. I think it was a big challenge for him. Especially,
I think,
what better time though? I think maybe the pandemic was the thing that made him do it though. Sort of, I don't have a choice.
I think it's weird. I think it was one of those examples where it was both the disease and the cure. This.
Oh yeah.
His career and his art was tearing him apart. Mm-hmm. But like one of the things that I was thinking about while I was watching it is, would this guy have made it if he didn't have this project?
I know. I even thought at the end of it, like, is this guy going to make it?
Yeah. Is like, if this guy didn't have a year to make, if he didn't have, and he must have ate, slept, and drank that project for the entire year. Yeah. He didn't have that. It was literally, he had to do it. He didn't have a choice. Not only because he didn't have his audience, I don't think he had a choice mentally. I think he had to occupy his time. He just got that sense of somebody who was like, this person should not be left idle for, any great amount of time, and I'm like, we're getting into the area here of commenting on his, mental health, and, clearly we both hope that he's okay. But
of course,
it's a very honest and authentic view of a very serious topic, but done through the medium of comedy and music. Brilliant.
I appreciate the guy so much.
Yeah,
that's a gift.
It's a gift. Yeah.
That's a gift. Look, man, if you like comedy, if you are creative in any way, that is a gift that he gave. Yeah. And it was a sacrifice. It was a toll. There was a toll that you could take that I think it was tough for the guy. So
I think anytime that you see something like that, anytime you see a great artist, you want to, and when it's documented like that, you want to see, that it's great art simply because when they start, they're different at the end than from when they started. You can see that they're different people now, I remember way back in the day watching the Metallica documentary about when they made the Black Album, and you could see that they were different. They had become different people since from the start of the documentary to the end of the documentary, and then that's when you've created something amazing. It's incredible. It's pretty cool.
It's incredible, man.
Mm-hmm.
As far as music and comedy goes, we were talking before the recording about, like, you mentioned the perfect example of music in comedy, which would be like a Benny Hill type thing, right? Mm-hmm. And that's the sort of thing where, first of all, you play that song anyway, everybody knows that song.
Sure.
Everybody's heard it. It's powerful and effective, but it's really there for serving comedy, right? And I don't necessarily think I don't think anybody's going to go on the Spotify for Benny Hill. You know what I mean?
And look up and listen to, like, let me put on the Benny Hill music. Yeah, nobody's going to do that. Yeah.
Now, the Bo Burnham hit, that's all on an album, which was smart of him. So
absolutely, yeah.
So I think it's decent music. You can totally listen to that music. I think so.
Yeah.
I think this is an example of where, because I mentioned to you, like, if you can impress me comedically and musically, and you're right in between those worlds, I like you for sure. I'm a fan. So other people that I can think of that are definitely in that world, is one of them is Reggie Watts.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you've seen of Reggie Watts, but
I did watch one of his specials, and he's super talented, and his comedy. I remember it being not so much stand up as it was an expression of the amount of talent that he has, and the how he harnesses looping technology in order to create real funny kind of audio moments. And it's also the great thing about Reggie Watts when I saw him is it's incredible the difference. If you go up and you watch, like you had Audra on the podcast a few months back.
Shout out.
Shout out. Talent, like super talented, unbelievable talent. But when you see comedians do it, it's almost like wizardry with them, because you're actually thinking, well, you're not a musician. Like we automatically think with Bo Burnham, I mean, you're a comedian. You're a comedian that writes great music. Audra, musician. But when comedians do it and they make something really, really funny like that, it's almost like you're almost like, wow, it's like wizardry. It's like, that was magic. How did you do that? We kind of buy into it from musicians because we assume that a good musician is going to understand looping technology and all that. But when it's somebody who you don't consider a musician is doing it, and he really did use that, technology like Reggie Watts does. He uses it to so cleverly, so smartly, brilliant, really good.
Yeah. As a comedian, you actually have to care about the state that your audience is in. You have to care what they're thinking about you. You have no choice but to. Musicians, we get a pass on that. Like, I've talked to you about it. Like there's this built-in thing, politeness that the audience has when a musician's on stage. Even if they don't like the performance, they'll clap at the end of it. A few people will, at least. And comedians don't get that at all. They get the harshest of harshest.
I can tell you why.
Go ahead.
I mean, this is my opinion of it. I think this is right. I would argue this to a large degree. You could walk into any room with 100 people and be up there playing drums really well, or playing guitar really well, or singing really well, and you'll have people go, wow, it's kind of cool that person can do that. Everybody thinks they're funny.
That's a good point.
Everybody thinks they're funny. People, like, you could take that 100 people, put the guitar out and say, I want somebody to come up and play this guitar really well and sing really well. You'd get maybe, if there's 100 people, maybe 5 people who could go up and strum a tune. I guarantee you get at least 20 who would go, I could make people laugh. I'm funny. Yeah. And that's why I think the reaction is different. So what you're saying is, when you're a comedian, you have to be extra good, because you're in a room full of people. And the thing about it is that people who like comedy also think they're funny, because they think they know comedy, and they think, and then you put, I mean, in any room, 1/10 of them are going to be assholes. So you add that assumption that they're funny. They're in an environment that's funny, and they think they're funny. You wouldn't get that at a rock concert or at at an opera performance or something, because people are like, I could never. I might not like it, but I could never do that.
I think you're right. I think in comedy as a media and an art, it does require more attention than music anyway, of your attention to really to give it a chance. You got to really listen. Yeah, and I think that's why that adds to it too. It's like, okay, you're making me listen to your fucking jokes. You know what I mean? All right.
Yeah. My jokes are better.
Like, you know what? I don't really like this music that much, but I'll tune it out.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have a quiet conversation as well during. So, So anyway, so he is able to command the room with both. And then I was actually watching. People should check this out. This video. I won't even link it, but if you just type in Reggie Watts, you'll see it within the first 5 videos on YouTube. So it's Reggie Watts and Flying Lotus. That's the title of the video, but it's on the channel of this other guy who, deserves a shout. His name is Mark Rebelay. Who also is, he's kind of like Reggie Watts, and he has loops and he will sing and rap and whatever, and he's not taking himself seriously at all. He usually has his shirt off all the time. He's a skinny white boy. Actually, no, he's got some muscles. Not too skinny.
Bo Burnham?
No, Mark Rebelay.
Okay. All right.
So anyway, he did Reggie Watts did a collaboration with Mark Rebelay and Flying Lotus. And I'm watching it, and Reggie's doing like an improvised like melody thing, and then going in and out of, I think, rap. But then he starts rapping and singing about a thing that's sort of ridiculous, and it's funny because he's doing it and that's what's cool about it. He's doing it really well. Of course, he sounds good, but the content is ridiculous that it's coming through, that you're hearing this content through such a great voice. It would be like if, I'm just giving an example, but it would be like if Bill Withers, right, very recognizable voice, started singing about the type of toilet paper you wipe your ass with. Do you know what I mean? You'd be like, what? It's trippy. And he's improvising in the moment, which is another thing that I really like.
I want to hear that Bill Withers tune, man.
Yeah, I know. Let's write it.
That silky voice. Yeah.
The silky toilet paper too. So yeah, I would say Reggie Watts is another one I think of.
I mean, for me, there's another guy. There's another stand-up guy that I'll get to in a minute. That really for me is music and comedy kind of combined into one. That's a British comedian called Bill Bailey. But I think you may disagree with me on this because it's a little bit old school, but I don't think music and comedy has ever been put together better than by anybody more than Monty Python.
Okay.
I think
sure.
I think those guys really, I mean, even if you're not, a lot of people back home anyway are Monty Python people. They're pretty popular still in the US. I mean, mostly for their movies, but just the hilarious music and hilarious songs that they wrote. Mostly by Eric Idle. Actually, he did a lot of their music writing. He's primarily a musician. It's fucking brilliant. It's really, really, really good. Really, I mean, it's kind of out of date now, a lot of it. But
sure,
like when you think about it, like listen to that song at the end of The Life of Brian.
Which song is that one? I actually never saw The Life of Brian.
Always look on the bright side of life.
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
It's so good, and they're all so. Basically, The Life of Brian is a send up of the it's this ordinary guy who's mistaken to be the Messiah. So they think he's Christ, and he's all clearly not. But at the end of the movie, he's crucified, and he's crucified with like a bunch of other people. And one of the people up there who's been crucified with him is one of the characters that Eric Idle plays, and they just all start singing the song about, we're going to die, but just look on the bright side of life. And then they change the lyric at the end to always look on the bright side of death. And it's hilarious. And it's just the funniest, but most brilliant and sing-along thing. And I remember when I was, young, watching it in the movie theater, and it was very controversial because they used the SHIT word, which was,
no.
I mean, that was like, life's a piece of shit when you think of it, it's like literally, wow, you said that on it was like shocking at the time, especially for Monty Python, because as kind of risque as they were to, in some ways, they were very establishment. In a way, they were very establishment comedians. Like at that stage, like Michael Palin had travel shows, very serious travel shows. John Cleese was a series actor. He had been in A Fish Called Wanda and Splitting Heirs and all the rest of it. I think he was in Splitting Heirs. You know, and a couple of the other guys had been doing, like Eric Idle was a serious actor at the time. But those guys, just with that one tune at the end of that movie, I don't know if you know this, but George Harrison partly financed the making of The Life of Brian.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and apparently he heard that song and he was like, I'm in. You know, it's brilliant. I mean, you should definitely link it on this podcast, have a watch, but watch the movie, you know, watch The Life of Brian and watch Monty Python's Flying Circus, their live show that was, I think it was recorded at Hollywood Bowl, actually. You know, I mean, one of their songs was Sit on My Face and Tell Me That You Love Me.
I've heard that one.
Yeah. The Lumberjack song is really good, you know. But I think just to encompass it, I think nobody, even though it might seem kind of vaudeville and cheesy to us now, I don't think anybody has married music and comedy as successfully as the Pythons did. I think they were brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and everyone should go back and watch all of their movies and specials now. They're fantastic. They actually have a new one out. One of them got sick and is like struggling to make his, you know, live his life and make payments and stuff like that. Because I mean,
wow,
these guys reached the height of their fame in the, you know, 80s. So they haven't really done anything in years, and like they were running out of money or something, and they did like they did like 5 shows at the O2 or something like that back in 2018, and they made a documentary about it, and it's very, very good. Really good. They're still really funny.
I'll have to check out, you know, that's one of those, I've always heard Monty Python. I probably watched only The Holy Grail, I think. I mean, it's great comedy. I don't care how old it is. It's funny. You sit there, you watch it. It's funny.
It's very funny.
I'll have to watch, I've never watched Life of Brian. I'll have to watch that one. Other examples of music and comedy, like I think really good examples would be like Weird Al Yankovic, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
I think is a good example of it, because I mean, it's funny. He's I don't know how he gets away with it, but I don't want to sing "Bye Bye Miss American Pie." I want to sing what was it? My this here Anakin guy, you know. Maybe Vader someday later. Now he's just a small fry. I mean, I fucking love that, you know?
That's very good.
I fucking love that.
That's very good.
Even Amish Paradise. You know what I mean?
Is that
no, that's the one. No, that's the one. And standing outside life, singing in the parrot. You know that one song by Coolio, I think.
Okay. Amish Paradise.
Amish Paradise.
What else did he do? He did. Did he do an Alanis Morissette one?
Let me see. Because he's got so many.
Yeah.
I mean, really clever, funny, but the song, they're good. I mean, they're not. I don't know how much. And by the way, I will say this straight up. I don't know. I actually don't know if he has original music. He probably does, but I only know his parodies. Right.
Right.
So, let's see. He's got.
So it Smells Like Nirvana. He had.
Smells Like Nirvana. Yeah, I think he did that one. Yep. He did. Eat It. Eat it.
Eat it. When his nose falls off. Oh, jeez. Very good. Yeah.
I mean, and the other thing is, you know, talking about like media as a whole, because even his music videos were funny.
He did another one which was really good. Did he do a parody of Material Girl?
Did he? I don't know, actually.
I remember there was one about a baby. I can't remember.
Man, I can't even remember.
Yeah.
It's so
he
funny.
Did so many.
I kind of stopped paying attention to him over the years, but
But did he do anything else other than musical parodies? I don't remember him doing like he wasn't a stand-up guy or anything, right?
I don't think he might have acted, but that's that's probably about it. And he did some shit where he got in trouble for parodying certain songs. By like, as far as like licensing or copyright or whatever the fuck. It's crazy. He's a funny guy. And I've heard outside of, as far as other comedic music and comedy things, I've heard nothing but like raving reviews, even from like a person who is way older than us and is particular about, like, somebody in my family, about the taste of what they like to listen to musically and also what they like to laugh at.
Sure.
Book of Mormon.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently is so funny.
Yeah. I've heard a few songs from it. I should really listen to that. I mean, they've never made a movie of this stage show. So like, not like Hamilton, which was brought out on Disney, but so I don't want to pay $800 to see the stage show, but I've heard a couple of the songs from the musical, and the music is wonderful. And it's really, really funny. It's so funny. It's a very, very close to the bone, like they talk a lot about, white privilege and just the view that, it's about two Mormon kids that go to Africa, right, to try and spread the word or something. I don't know.
Is that what it's about? Because honestly, I have no idea. But over the years,
I feel like it's about these two Mormon, or this group of Mormons that go to Africa to spread the word of the Bible, or they're like LDS guys anyway. But like one of the songs, like it's very, very, it's very risque. It's very kind of, it verges on the offensive, but
good.
That's what makes it so funny, because you're like, I can't believe they did that, But like when you think about it, it's like one of the songs was about like the fact that, everybody in the village has AIDS, because they're in Africa, and you're kind of like going, wow, that's offensive. But then you also understand that like two of the main, like the first two originators of the show, the two main actors, were like, one of them was Josh Gad, and the other guy, and I can't remember his name. He has an Irish name, and I can't remember it, but he was the guy from The New Normal, and like, so they're both gay. They're both like gay actors. So I'm pretty sure if there was something offensive going on about AIDS, they would be like not interested in doing this.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, exactly.
I'm sure they kind of they saw the comedy in it, I guess. But
sure,
that's such a great example, because. And Weird Al is a great example, because, talking about Monty Python, they didn't have to lean on the music so much because they were funny and they were good actors. Mm-hmm. And they had a lot. They had like the animation, like Terry Gilliam's animation was brilliant, really good. And they had the stories, but like Book of Mormon is music. Like Weird Al Yankovic is music. He's so funny just through the medium of music. And the British guy that I said I would talk about, Bill Bailey, you've probably seen he's had.
I've seen his face a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like bald, but he's got long hair. If you can, he's like male pattern bald, but he's such a funny looking guy. But he has this really funny video where he played Glastonbury or something, or Monsters of Rock Festival. And he's rehearsing with his band, and they're doing a cover of Enter Sandman by Metallica. Okay. And like it's a close up of him, and he's like, and it's like the intro, dung 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 dung, and he's like, moshing away and like looking like meanly at the camera and everything, and then like it gets to that build up, dun, 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 when the riff comes in, dun, 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 and he's playing the riff, but it's like this kind of frame with tuned bicycle horns, so like it pans out and he's like. But it's like he's like super talented to be able to do it. But when you watch the video, like there's this great moment when it kind of pans out, and you can see that it's a send up, and he does the first part of the riff, and just this look he gives the camera, it threw me out my seat. He just kind of ding 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 You know,
that's
but
cool.
That's so cool. Funny. Yeah. So it would like he's actually got. He'd be like more of an old school guy, like late 90s, early 2000s.
Sure.
But like some of his early specials, they're probably up on YouTube. Man, just the music is incredible. It's like pre Bo Burnham. But I think a lot of Bill Bailey stuff was pre-written. Like he performed the same, you know, he performed the same music he wrote all the music for his shows before. He didn't improvise anything really, but he was a really good musician. He played piano really well. He played guitar really well.
Sure.
And he just kind of put himself. He made fun of certain situations. Like there was a band in the 60s called the Trogs, and the Trogs had a huge hit with Love Is All Around. I feel it in my fingers. I feel it my... But they were from the West Country. And he's talking about like why don't like bands from the West Country in Britain, and the West Country in Britain has got a very specific accent where they over announce their R's. So they talk like that down the West Country, you know what I mean? So like they like to drink cider down there, you know? Kind of like a West Country accent would be, if you've ever watched Lord of the Rings, Sean Astin's character, Sam, in the Lord of the Rings, that's a West Country accent.
Gotcha,
very kind of bumpkin, kind of, you know, English accent. He's like talking about like what other songs would have been funny in a West Country accent, and one of the ones he has like that one, you know, move closer, move your body. He's like, move closer, move your body real close until we touch. It's really, really funny, but just like classic music based comedy. Like he did stand up as well. But
I respect that. If you could do both like that, versatile, I respect that, man.
And he's an actor. He's a very good actor, a comedic actor. I mean, he was in a long-running sitcom in the UK called Black Books, which was very, very funny. But Bill Bailey, really good. Check him out. You should link him in on the podcast here. Put some YouTube links up. He's definitely put that Enter Sandman video up, because when it pans out and you can see him playing the old fashioned bicycle horns, it's just the look he gives the camera. If you don't wet yourself laughing, it's the goofiest thing you'll ever see, man. So funny. But I definitely check it out.
I'm trying to think. The only other. Lonely Island. Do you know who they are?
I don't. You've
probably seen. There's no way you haven't seen these videos or these. Yeah. It's basically. Do you know the guy from SNL? Andy Samberg. Remember him?
Yeah.
So you remember he used to do these. He used to do these like it was musical comedy. So one of them, he's rapping. It's called Lazy Sunday. Him and the other guy, Chris Parnell, did a video. He's done other videos and so, like produced songs like hip hop. Like I'm on a boat is one of them.
Right.
Let's see. And they do music videos that are also funny too. And they get like they'll kind of surprise you with certain cameos too. Which is kind of cool.
Right. Like musical cameos or comedy cameos?
Cameos, but actually both. Like they have this one. They have this one. It's called Jack Sparrow, and it's featuring Michael Bolton.
Oh, no way.
But the deal is that they set up the video that Michael Bolton is collabing with Lonely Island. And he's doing his takes, right? And his vocal take, and they'll start the song and they'll start rapping. And then Michael Bolton will he'll like take the chorus hook thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he apparently just watched the whole Pirates of the Caribbean like movies, and he just can't stop thinking about them. And he starts talking about Jack Sparrow, and like that's all he's singing about, but that's not what the song's about. And then you get their reaction of like, what the fuck is he singing about?
Yeah.
And they have to just go on with it. You know, it's so funny. That's one of them. they have so many of them too. So it's 3 guys. It's Andy. Let's see, Andy Samberg. The other guy's name is
that the guy from Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yes.
Yeah. He's funny. He's good.
The other guy's name is these names are crazy. Jorma Tacone, and the other guy is Akiva Schaefer or something.
Okay.
So those guys, and then the other that I just thought of is Tenacious D.
Oh yeah, Tenacious D.
Which I would say the musicianship is very good.
Very good. It's comedy, parody, but also like Jack Black has always been a serious musician. I mean, he's he clearly loves rock and roll and history of rock and roll and stuff. He sings really well. They got great chemistry, those two guys. You know?
Absolutely.
But yeah, very, very kind of cool. Intentionally funny, intentionally kind of goofy, and you know, there's kind of there's always been I just thought of like a major one that we forgot about, but I'll bring it up now as part of my explanation of Tenacious D. There's always been a kind of Spinal Tap edge.
Oh God, how did we not think about that?
To kind of middle-aged rock fans. Like I remember watching this really kind of uncomfortable documentary about this band called Anvil. I'm sure you've seen it. This like band in the 80s that were like, they were moderately successful. I would say they had like, they didn't even have a hit. They may have had a song that reached like 20 in the rock charts or something. And then years later, they're like and this is something that's been kind of a theme, and which I pick up on through Tenacious D as well, through rock. It's the cluelessness of it. Like it's amazing how much like those rock guys, those 80s rock guys, don't understand that things have moved on and that they're not going to sell out arenas anymore, and you know. Yep. Like the Monsters of Rock Festival isn't really a rock festival anymore. It's kind of just whoever they can get out of rehab in time for the summer.
Oh my God!
It's
become comedy.
Yeah, but like let's talk about Spinal Tap. I mean, that's a group that was conceived as. It's just, I mean, if you're listening to this podcast and if you have not watched This Is Spinal Tap, I would say stop this podcast immediately and go watch it, because it's the funniest. Yep. It's the funniest music movie that you're ever going to watch, and it's like, I mean, it's funny because with Cat and Rich, it's weirdly, I don't know if they've seen it clearly, but they're the only two musicians I've ever worked with that were not that I was not constantly quoting This Is Spinal Tap with. It's just like. It's an in joke as well. It's great music, great comedy, a great movie, but it's a musician's in joke is what it is. It's like a 90-minute in joke. It's fantastic.
So, dude, I mean, the one scene I remember is when he got stuck in the bass player.
It's a rock and roll creation. That's the song. And he's like, so basically they start the concert in these cocoons.
Yeah.
and there's three main guys, and they start in these cocoons, and at one stage of the song the cocoons open up and they come out and the bass player comes out and the cocoons barely open, so he tries to squeeze out through it. And the funniest part of it, like, it's hilarious that he's trying to, like, you know, he's trying to get out and he's trying to play at the same time, and he's like trying to be all serious, and they have like a welder come out and they're like banging on the thing, and it's crazy because at the end of the song, the other two go back into the cocoons, and once their cocoons close, his opens up. And he's just like, it's so well done. It's really, really funny. And
I have to rewatch that for sure. Without
and of course, the ultimate, like, I don't think I've ever laughed at anything as much as I laughed at Stonehenge the first time I saw it. Just when that tiny Stonehenge comes down onto the stage, it's just the funniest thing. It's just so funny. I mean, I would love to watch Spinal Tap for the first time again, because it's just brilliant.
It's been a long time since I saw it, but I remember when I saw it was
Very
I
funny.
never saw anything to this day like it. Nothing, because it
incredible.
also had a mockumentary feel to it, right? Sort of.
That's what it is. It's a mockumentary. It's a rockumentary. They call it, if you will.
Yeah.
And the bit when he's like, D minor, saddest of all keys. He's playing this beautiful like classical piece on piano. It's very moving. It's like a mixture between Mozart and Bach. It's like a mock piece, and it's like beautiful. And the guy asking the questions, the documentary maker goes, "So what do you call this tune?" "Oh, this tune's called Lick My Love Pump." it's perfect, and it's perfect. It's the guys that did Best in Show and For Your Consideration and The Mighty Wind. It's those guys. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And I think the best, while I think personally Monty Python was the comedy group, or I guess the comedy situation that perfected the combination of comedy and music, the best musical comedy movie has to be Spinal Tap.
You might be right.
Has to be.
You might be right.
Very difficult to beat that.
The only other thing that I can think of that made me laugh, I think is a great show. It's very funny, legitimately impressive too. I think because it's slightly has a historical take, but is the producers.
Yeah.
I think that's a funny show. I've seen the movie. I saw the live show too on Broadway years ago. Very funny. But that's a whole other arena there, I guess, is musicals. It's comedy musicals.
Perfectly legitimate, like super legitimate.
For sure.
I mean, and the interesting thing about the producers is it's really what it is, taking the piss out of what it is.
Yeah.
It's like, look how ridiculous we are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's interesting. But I think that's always that's the element that you have to have. Right there. I mean, in every single example that we've given, I don't think a single person sits down and goes, "Oh, okay, let me get into my zone here so that I can create this perfect music."
Sure.
They all know that they're taking the piss out of themselves.
Yeah.
Like even Bo Burnham, even as artistic and as serious about his art as he is, there's no way that he was doing that going, "Oh man, I look really cool." He knows he looks ridiculous. Yeah. All of these guys do. And it's the one ingredient for musical, for the combination of comedy and music. Because let's say now you take the two on their own. I mean, we know that music is a pose. It is. I mean, a lot of musicians become musicians because it's a pose, Yep. There are musicians out there that are pure artists, but I'm thinking like Tom York and Neil Finn and people like this. But for a lot of people, music is a pose. Comedy, for a lot of people, comedy is a pose. It's cool, People like who was the guy, that mad guy, Bill something in the 80s, early 90s. Bill Hicks. I mean, he was a guy that he was too cool for school. I'm too cool for school. Eddie Murphy, I'm too cool for school. All the rest of it. But to translate music and comedy together, you have to be able to take the piss out of yourself.
Without a doubt.
You're making fun of yourself. That's what you're
hard.
doing.
It's a very thin line. And so I think that because the reason why I wanted to do this topic too is I was watching earlier today. I was watching a bunch of live clips of Robert Glasper. He's a great jazz pianist, and he has a group with like a great, specifically this arrangement of cats. Him, this guy Derek Hodge, bass player, credible bass player, and then this drummer Chris Dave, incredible drummer. Totally changed my life as far as drums and how I think about drumming. But Robert Glasper is funny.
Right.
He's funny live. He does not care about making fun of himself for the sake of making the crowd laugh. He does it in his social media content. So I was watching this one clip of I guess Dave Chappelle was doing a comedy show. And then I guess after that comedy show, he went to hang out with these guys were playing. I don't know where it was, but so it was the three of them. Dave Chappelle's on stage with them. Don Cheadle was there, apparently. Wayne Brady was there. Like, people showed up for this. So they're playing. And I think Dave Chappelle wanted Robert Glasper to take, because they're playing jazz. They're playing like da 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 da.
Sure.
They're playing like fucking like hard bop, basically.
Right.
Really well. Right. And Dave Chappelle was doing this thing of talking about like, like he's like saying, without jazz, there's no hip hop kind of thing. He's like, listen, I want to hear a piano solo. So he's solo. He's great player, just improvising. Mm. Then they do a bass solo, and then the drum solo eventually. And then they seamlessly go into some hip hop shit, like like just really good, right?
Right.
So it's the bass and the drums that pretty much take over, and then Robert Glasper starts spitting like freestyle and rap,
right?
And it's like good enough, but he's doing things that are clever, but comedically clever to make himself sound cheesy,
right?
Like, hey guys, look at me, I can rhyme this with this kind of. I'll try to link it in. Yeah, definitely
link it in. I'd love to watch that.
It's so their playing is impressive, man. It's one of those things where it would be like if somebody who juggled with knives or something, you know what I mean, or fire, was just taking the piss out of it, or out of just
doing it really well.
Yeah, I mean, so that's one example I could give, because I think the whole thing that I'm aiming at now is live show. Mm-hmm. Impressive music, of course, and then comedy's kind of extra, but it's still, you're laughing, the energy's high, the energy is positive. Mm-hmm. So I would say like Foo Fighters, Dave Grohl is hysterical live.
Yeah, I mean they're a serious band, but they make fun of themselves quite a bit, and they make funny videos and stuff. Chili Peppers are the same, they don't take themselves too seriously.
Oh yeah, definitely. I remember that one video I told you about. I just remember like that one Chili Pepper video that they were in that rehearsal room,
Sure, yeah, it was really good.
But at one point, Flea is standing on the bass stack, but he lifted up that ceiling tile.
Yeah, and he's like looking around inside.
So he's you just see his lower half playing. Yeah, and he's in the ceiling. It's so funny. So
yeah.
Oh, speaking, I should mention, by the way, I have to revert back. I forgot to mention this about Robert Glasper. I saw Robert Glasper, that same trio there, at the Blue Note in the City with a buddy of mine. Shout out Dane. So during the show, I think Chris Dave on drums and the bass player Derek Hodge were holding something down, and Robert Glasper's just playing, because we're like entering into like the holiday season, so he's just playing fucking like a beautiful, and it's not in time with what they're playing, but a beautiful rendition of chestnuts roasting on an open fire, and the drummer just goes, "Fuck you doing?" And he goes, it's like, I'm feeling Christmassy.
Yeah.
just I'm feeling Christmassy. And he just keeps doing it. I mean, just shit like that, like not taking it seriously, but being impressive. Because and then eventually they started playing a thing together, and it was amazing. Of course.
It's just, but it makes it funnier because you need to buy into the fact that they're brilliant. As long as you buy into that they're brilliant musicians, then you're good to go, because now they can be funny as well.
That same show too, to help with the comedy, is, and this, I was shocked by this. I've never seen this in my life. The drummer was playing with brushes.
Okay.
And at one point, he starts like playing harder with the brushes now. And I guess, I don't know, I'm like, my head is like, just pick up sticks, right? That's my thought. But no, he's beating the shit out of his drums now, right? And hitting cymbals, hitting them hard. At one point, every time he hit the snare drum, you start seeing,
like the brush comes off.
The bristles of the brushes, right?
Yeah.
And it's like hitting people in the head in the front row. Right? To the point where people started to like get nervous every time he fucking like he did that until there was no more brushes left.
But that was part of the gig, right?
Yeah, I mean, he picked up another. He just had more, and the people were like, "Oh no!" Oh my god, it's so unintendedly funny, but So that Foo Fighters, I mentioned. You mentioned Chili Peppers. That's where you can see a live music show, legitimate live music show that you will laugh at.
Yeah.
I'm going to add one more to this that people should check out. He's a great comedian, and they're a great band. And they just did this. They did this brilliant thing. Metallica's up there in age now, right?
Yeah.
And their fans are up there in age,
mm-hmm.
right? So there's nothing wrong with that. But they know this.
Yeah.
And they know like the energy of the crowd isn't going to be what it was, right? So to get these people going, and you need a little more. So they brilliantly brought on, and he tours with them around the world. And they'll have his own, like they'll have a band just for him. Jim Brewer, the comedian.
Oh yeah, he does their pre-show, right?
He does their pre-show.
Yeah. And
he'll do like a AC/DC type voice.
Sure.
They'll do covers.
Yeah.
And he'll warm the crowd up, and it's funny, apparently.
Yeah.
But it's family oriented too. Because their parents.
I think I saw a YouTube video of them doing that, and kind of he introduces them then as well, and then they have the Enrico Morricone music comes on. Yeah, yeah. I've heard of that. Gee, there was one that just came to my head there, dude. Oh
yeah, I went on for a while there. Sorry,
dude. No, it's great. Like, and I a lot of the stuff that you're telling me about, I've not seen, so I'm looking forward to checking out those links, just like everyone else listening. But my one of my brothers was living in Los Angeles. He's a drummer, and he was playing drums with a band based out of New Orleans, but. And he was playing at the Key Club on a Monday night in Los Angeles, Sunset Boulevard. That should give you some sort of clue of, anybody that's got any sort of Sunset Boulevard lore will know exactly the band I'm talking about. So he went on, and then this other band came on between him and this band that I'm going to talk about, who are brilliant. And they're brilliant in the sense that you're going to know why I think they're brilliant in a minute, because of the last podcast we recorded. And the next band came on, and the stage was just cleared, and this curtain came back, and clearly the night was theirs. It was their primary night. Monday night of the Key Club is Steel Panther night.
Oh, I was going to I didn't know enough about them.
Yeah. Dude, I hate 80s hair metal so much. And I love the Steel Panther because they clearly hate it too. They homage it, but they just like everything that was ridiculous and like disgusting about 80s hair metal, they make so much fun out of. I mean, the drummer's name is Styx. That's what they call the drummer.
Is that really?
But his last name is Adinya. So his name is Styx Adinya. Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
It's brilliant. They are so fucking good. Steel Panther. That is a group that's a band that is like pure musical comedy. But there was this mystique. They were just like a cover band, like an 80s metal cover band, but they did a comedy show along with it. Basically,
did they?
And they had the whole stage, that typical 80s stage with the like like the gridded iron up to the drum kit, and it was like the drum kit would like roll out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like great musicians, But like the drummer is called like Lexi Fox, and it's like there's three X's in each name, and he's always like looking in a mirror, and like he's like just like very good looking guy looking in a mirror and stuff, and but they're just taking the piss out of like 80s hair metal, but doing it really well, and they had this mystique. This Monday night at the Key Club every single week was Steel Panther. And they would just pull celebrities. They would spot like Kelly Clarkson came up one time.
Really?
They would spot like celebrities in the club, and they would be like, wow. "Oh, there's Eddie Murphy. Come up and sing a song, Eddie Murphy." You know?
Oh,
what I mean?
wow!
And
that's cool.
It was really cool. But that's definitely like a really good culmination of music and comedy that just worked really well. You know, really,
I have to
really
check
well.
them out because I have a buddy who was into them, and he met, you know, he was really into them actually, and he mentioned them. I never listened to him, but he's like, dude, it's so fun. You got to listen. And
It's
I don't
so
like
funny.
80s metal. So it was like one of those things of like, I don't want to listen to 80s metal to find out if it's funny. But your recommendation.
Yeah.
Sorry to my buddy, Chris. Paul's
funny.
recommendation helps a little bit.
Very funny.
I thought of, and then we'll wrap it up after this. But okay, this is a unique one. This one I can't even show. Actually, I can link it. There's a drummer named Aaron Sterling, and he's like a very well known in the industry, like recording drummer. He records himself, he mixes himself. He's very, very good, and he works a lot with John Mayer, but everybody. He's on so many artists' tracks. He's a funny guy in general, and even on his social media posts, he's funny. He did a video recently of where it's just like the camera's pointing at a snare drum, and I'll point to the snare drum and I'll go twat, and then I'll point to the next one and go boosh, and it's like, right? He's doing like
I've seen that. You showed me
saw
that,
right? So he's just doing what each drum sounds like if they were, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm bringing him up because he has a couple like videos of drum recording like tutorial things, and I've bought them. I've purchased these. They're very good. He's very helpful, but he's very funny, and he doesn't take himself seriously at all. In fact, those videos are, you know, that had to take time to put together, right?
Sure.
But the trailer for it is so funny. You would not buy it if you didn't know him.
Right.
Because what he's doing is, he took all the clips of him going, "What the fuck am I doing?" Like, oh shit, you know, like, and that's all it is. It's just like, oh God,
yeah,
that's not what I wanted to do. You know, like it's just that. That's the trailer to one of his package or whatever. Like he's got like volume 1, volume 2.
That's a person who is extremely aware of their own brand.
Yes. Yeah.
Know?
Oh my
Very
God. Because I think he knows that it gets so nerdy, the drum world. It can get. And even gear world gets so fucking nerdy.
Yeah.
So I guess it makes it, maybe for him, it's just easier to like live with, to just not take it so seriously. And to know that like it's a tutorial video. Not everybody's going to be able to understand your translation. It's as well as you could do it. Doesn't matter. It's just so that helped me buy it actually.
Okay.
Because I was like, don't get me wrong. Like I'm a nerd. I can listen to that nerd stuff.
Sure.
But I like the character. I like the vibe of that. You know. And he is. You watch the video throughout, you'll laugh.
What's that guy's name?
Aaron Sterling.
Aaron Sterling. It sounds familiar.
Yeah, he's. I've mentioned him before. He's a great drummer. The only other thing I can think of, Fred Armisen, comedy for drummers. I don't know if people. I heard a lot of my drummer friends didn't like it. I enjoyed it. I liked it.
You saw him live, right?
Yeah, that's right. Me and Kat and Rich saw him live. Yeah, I mean, talented dude, funny dude, quirky.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of Portlandia. His humor is very. You gotta get it, or you don't get it. Yeah,
You gotta get it. Yeah, and he don't care.
No, he's not going to change. I mean, he does what he does, and that's it. You know?
I like that about him. Like, this is what I think is funny.
Yeah, he's as an artist, he's got integrity. That's important, you know. And
there was this. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Anthony. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Because I had one other little one that I thought of, and then that would be it.
I was just about to bring it full circle, so I beat you to it. I think Bo Burnham also has a lot of integrity, and I think that is the thing that comes across in a special. And I think it's really weird because all of the people that we've discussed on the podcast today, they all do it from a point of view of integrity. It's not, nobody's doing it to shill anything, or nobody's doing it to destroy anything, or, you know, attack anything. It's just all comedic art. That's what it is. So every single person that we've talked about, even the Steel Panther guys, even though they know they're making fun of themselves and the genre of music, it has to be done really well for it to come across. You can be really funny, but if you try to do musical comedy and you're not a good musician, it's not going to work.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. Hands down.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you're not. Then you're just, if you're funny but it's not good musically, then it's comedy.
It's comedy, and but you're also, because you're so like comedy is like the paint. But music is whatever you're painting on. So if you have the wrong canvas, if you're painting on canvas or wood or something, and it's not the right paint for it, you know, or it's not the right surface for what you're trying to do, it's not going to work. And if you don't, you know, if you don't use the ingredients for your comedy well, it's not going to. You can be really funny and it's not going to come across. You know?
That's right.
You know,
so true.
Yes, This Is Spinal Tap is a really, really funny movie, but the music is also really, really good. It's really good music, you know, and it has to be. It can't be crap music. That's why that's why the Ruttles never worked for me.
What's the Ruttles?
The Ruttles was like a send up of the I think one of the guys from the Beach Boys. I want to say the Beach Boys drummer was in the Ruttles. It was like this This Is Spinal Tap.
Okay.
But they were making fun of the Beatles.
I see.
You know,
okay.
But the music wasn't good. It was funny, but the music wasn't good enough.
Yeah, of course.
So that's why it never kind of did as much as, I mean, if you looked up the Ruttles now, you'd find it. But I mean, This Is Spinal Tap is synonymous. I mean, it's, you know, everybody knows that.
Of course.
But yeah, pretty cool.
There are examples of things that will make me laugh, and they're very, very, very music oriented, but they're not. It's not to listen to. And just real quick, one set of videos everybody should check out is their shit that I just slipped my mind. Of course, as I started talking about it, I think it's called Shred videos.
Okay,
have you heard about these?
No.
So one of them is it's so funny. One of them is like, they'll take John Williams and the Boston Pops performing, what's the song from, you know,
2001: A Space Odyssey.
There it is.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so it's a video of John Williams and a professional orchestra symphony, right? Boston Pops. And he starts, you know, conducting, and all of a sudden you hear the trumpets come in, but it's from like a middle school orchestra.
And it's like really out of tune and kind of bad.
Oh my God. It's so bad. And as it keeps going, and as the melody progresses, it gets higher. Oh, it's so funny. It's
you know
so
what
funny.
else? You know what else I really like? There was this thing a few years ago. People have stopped doing it, but it was like guitar players and piano players are doing it. You know, when like George W. Bush would make a speech, or like if Donald Trump, and they like played the music along to it. Like,
yeah.
I used to crack up at those things, man. They were so good.
That's a whole other level of like mechanics on your instrument. It's like,
I mean, another example. I know it's not musical, but another example of don't try to do this unless you're really good at. You don't even have to be that funny. Yeah. But to get comedy across in music, you have to be a good musician. I remember watching when I was younger. I used to play table tennis quite seriously, and I remember I went to watch this exhibition game. And it was at the tail end of the World Veterans Championship. It was the last thing after the final. They had this exhibition match with these two French guys. Now, these French guys they were really good players, but they never like really did anything. But they created this like show, which was a table tennis exhibition match. And it was very, very funny. Like one of the parts they would just be like knocking the ball back and forth, and the referee was in on it too. He was the third part of the comedy. The referee would be like yelling at them to like, no, try to win the point. And then they would like run behind the referee's back, and they would like take the cover off the ref's table, and it would be like a little table tennis table, and they'd start playing on that. And then they'd like play until the table got like smaller and smaller. But here's the thing. They were really good table tennis players, and it would not have been funny if they weren't. Sure. You know, if they were just like hacks, it just wouldn't have been funny. Yeah. The fact that they were very, very good, it was they were fluent in the language that they were using to get the comedy across, and that's very important. All of these people that we're talking about were either great musicians or great musical writers, and that's super important. That's a very important thing to know. You know.
All right, last one and I'll send you this one. This one is so inside baseball for musicians, but specifically for drummers. This guy, I got to shout out this guy. This made me laugh so hard. The guy's name is Brian Christopher Mendez. And
sounds familiar.
Oh, he's like got, you know, he's not very well known, you know, but I know him just from this, and I'll never forget him for this. He basically goes, the title of the video is How to Play a Groove in 13/8. Right?
I'm just trying to count that off.
Well, he basically goes, some of, you know, people have been requesting that I, you know, how do you play in 13/8? I'm going to show you how to play. Let me tell you how to play. He's like, and he just goes, what the fuck you playing in 13/4? You can't even play in 4. Like he just unloads, like, learn how to play in fucking 4 first. Mother. You know, but he led you in, reeled you in until he exploded. It's great.
Yeah. Very good. Very good.
So I'll link that in. I'll put together a YouTube playlist, just like the music videos one.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
For people, you know, and if anybody thinks of any, email us. Oh my God. Love to laugh
email
more.
us. Yeah, definitely. Or Instagram us. And the next time we talk, I'm going to have treatment in this new room that I'm using so that my microphone won't sound like I'm podcasting from a cave. But cool. It's like weird, like all flat surfaces around here.
That's okay. I think it's fine, man. It's better than some of the previous. Our audio is getting better. How about that?
I think
it's
so.
okay. People have been patient about it. Oh, you want to hear this? You want to fucking laugh? You want to laugh? Okay. Last week I posted. How did I not? I have to open with this. Maybe I'll put in an overdub.
Sure.
But I'll tell you because I hate myself for it. I'm embarrassed by it.
Do you want to do the clap? Do you want to end the podcast first, and then we'll? All right.
I mean, I might leave it in honestly because it's just funny to shit on myself. My buddy Matt was on. Matt, producer. He's second time on. We talked for a while, and then he in Ableton created us a tune from scratch, basically. And I I edited through it, the process of it. It's amazing what he came up with. Then he finalized it. He sent me like a day later what it turned into. It's amazing. So by the end of it, people got to listen to him talk about it, listen to us talk over it.
Sure.
The evolution of it, and then hear as it changed, and then the final result, right? But there's like an hour and a half or something of conversation before that, right? Between the two of us. Here's the problem. When I uploaded this last weekend, I always upload it so it uploads at 12 a.m. Sunday. I didn't realize this until 6 o'clock Sunday p.m.
Right.
So we're talking like 12 hours or something like that, or more actually, 18 hours. That the guest mic was inaudible the whole time, and you just hear me going, "Oh yeah." So yeah, what you know, what do you got going there with those drum parts? You know, oh yeah, that's interesting. Just me talking to nobody.
You should. That should be a piece of art right there.
Oh,
you should actually
God.
just like what you should do now is we should create the other side of the conversation and just make it really fucking funny.
Oh my God. Honestly, man, I was just like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And all it was an automation issue in Logic. That was it. But,
so you got it back?
Oh yeah, it's better now. Oh, but see, but then the last bit of the song that he sent me, that was muted after the edit. So then I went back and I edited that one. But I didn't know that after I edited that one, his mic was muted again.
Oh my God.
So then I had
nightmare.
I didn't find, like, it's just the worst fucking technology stabbing you in the back example. Yeah. So sorry everybody for that. If we still have listeners after that one. Okay, one last one and then we're done. Fred Armisen has a video. You could just type in Fred Armisen flam rest. But really what it is those in the 90s, they had those like tapes that would come out of drummers doing like a tutorial. But it was always like on a sound stage, and it was always like them sometimes reading off of a script or something like that. It's very cheesy, right? He's got this fucking humongous drum set. He's playing a guy with like an accent. He's like, hey, welcome to the video. Yes, this is how I play. So to do my drum solo, I usually start with a flam rest, flam rest, flam rest. And then they'll go into followed up by like some quadruplet flamadiddles and going into like a sort of like a James Brown like a calypso thing vibe. And then he starts playing and it's just bullshit. It's so funny. So anyway, I'll link that in as well.
Do it
for people.
Do it, man.
Anyway, pleasure to have this episode with you, Paul.
Man.
Thanks for everybody listening. And badumbizz to everybody. Badumbizz to you, Paul.
Badumbizz.
All right, see you.